I'd like to welcome you to this the second small video from Beaux-Arts London, where I'm having my first solo show with the gallery. I'm delighted to be part of the organisation here. It's just a shame that it's fallen at these really odd times where people are kind of slightly more nervous coming to exhibitions and so on. So we're kind of bringing the exhibition to you. I'm going to talk about one or two of the pieces throughout the show. I won't bore on long about it, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what they're about and where I come from, psychologically, artistically. So this piece is entitled By Moon and Sun, and I'll come back to that at the end of this wee presentation and tell you where that title came from. It's my interests are multifarious. I take inspiration from all things, lots of things. It's impossible to say how many things. One of the things I take inspiration from is archaeology, late Neolithic, early Bronze Age archaeology, and not just British, not just European, but Egyptian and so on. There's a thing that is dug up occasionally in excavations called a torc, that's T-O-R-C, and that was a neck decoration you wore around your neck. Usually of beaten gold, but they come in beads, they come in all sorts of other things as well, but they have a very particular shape, of course, because you have to get your neck in it and you have to wear it. So I found these in museums really inspiring, and I felt intuitively, propelled to make something of my own craft, which is largely stonework, based on this. So I started carving this torc shape into the stone, not particularly knowing where it was going, and was very satisfied with the shape that emerged, but wanted to take it a bit further. So I started then carving these irradiating lines going from a centre point, an invisible centre point here. And as I came to the end of it, it started to inspire the title, which is By Moon and Sun. And what I was looking at was the larger circle, which is the sun, and the inner crescent, which is the moon. And these then in my mind became the light going from the one to the other. And that's how it happened. That's how this piece came about. By Moon and Sun is also a line from a poem by a Scottish poet friend of mine called Walter Perry. He wrote an epic poem called By Moon and Sun, and years ago, when I was a very young artist, I carved in a sundial, by moon and sun, the children run, by rockfall, waterfall, something snag, I can't remember the word. Yeah, I should remember it all, but I didn't. But that's the story of this piece. And just finally, it's made of Portland stone. Portland stone is the stone that most of the Commonwealth war graves are made from. And it's a beautiful light-coloured stone that takes a fabulous detail, really fabulous detail, and a very subtle polish. So it's not a high polish, it's a lovely kind of subtle polish. And there's a lovely contrast between the polished surface and this, what you call an axed surface. And we'll move on.